So, I just got done watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always Netflix special that is 55 minutes long, and I have some thoughts about it. So, this is my quick opinion right off the bat, just so you don't have any spoilers. It's Power Rangers. It's corny, it's cheesy, it's not a must-watch, but if you're just looking for your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers kick with some nostalgia, seeing some of your favorite actors from back in the day in the original series, and you don't really keep up to date with any of the more recent series that much, this is for you. It's cute. It's not groundbreaking. I do believe that the Power Rangers movie that came out a couple years ago, good old Krispy Kreme one, was better executed in my opinion, but for a 55-minute special, I wasn't bored at any point. I was entertained, and I think it's worth a watch as long as you're a fan. Now, if you're a casual, you may be a lot more critical than on this than you need to be. I mean, there's plenty of reviews you may see out there for people who are not fans, and this is not for casual at all. This is for fans. This was for you. This is a love letter to fans overall. So those are my quick thoughts on the series in itself. I'm giving it right now a rating. I give it maybe a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10 in my opinion. I mean, you see I got my Rangers gears on. It's not like I have a Power Rangers merch, so I just wore like a Rangers jersey. It's the closest thing I can get to being on theme. But yeah, after this point, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts from the notes that I took while watching it. So this is basically me going from beginning to end, and each little thing that I either found cool, interesting, quirky, annoying, or whatever as I went through. So full spoiler alert. So before we get into this review and my thoughts on the special in itself, please be sure to subscribe to the channel as well as that notification button to get notified for more content that I put out. As well, if you end up enjoying the video, be sure to hit me a like and leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it, y'all.
If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo.
Okay, cool. Power Rangers Once and Always. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So, I enjoyed the opening scene fight. Does look like some high-quality fan-made YouTube work, but it's Power Rangers, so my expectations aren't ever high for quality. Even with the Power Rangers theatrical movie, it wasn't that high. So, I'm used to all actors not being available or not wanting to do cameos for stuff, but it's just jarring to only see Billy and Zach have a reveal in the beginning while the other Rangers don't really speak or show faces, but it's life. I can accept that. I will say, respect for them giving like a canon send-off to Trini due to the real-life actor's death, so I really, really like that detail there. While watching, I thought I was watching a Hallmark movie, watching Zach and Billy argue, seeing how Min, Trini's daughter, walked in and overheard them and dramatically ran away. Like Billy was saying, you know, sometimes rules need to be broken, but it's kind of hilarious watching like grown-ass adults screaming like, she can't know we're Power Rangers! But, you know, it skips ahead 1 year later and, you know, the Min training sequence is there and, not gonna lie, it was cringe as hell. Okay. It was cringe as hell. What is dope here, though, is that Zach is a congressman, but we found out later, like, he gave up being a congressman to be Min's guardian. Don't know why he couldn't do both, unless it was for, like, it was somewhere else. Maybe he was a congressman and not in Angel Grove. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I also love that they got turned into toys, like the red, green, and pink Ranger when fighting against the monsters that showed up to Trini's funeral. I think that was grimy that this Robo-Rita showed up and did Trini completely grimy in the way they took her out, but now they're getting transformed into toys, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the toy concept within the series. Now, what's hilarious is that there's this moment where they're like trying to drive and get away from the monsters since they can't beat them in their morph form, because at this point everybody's gone besides Min, Trini's daughter, who's a full-blown teenager, and Zach and Billy. So they're trying to drive the hell out of here from some teleporting monsters. It was kind of hilarious, but then the car flies away. I didn't see that coming. I should have once the seatbelt buckled itself. And I also like these monsters, Minotaur Snizzard. I don't have really any complaints. But Min is heavy on getting revenge for Rita killing her mother. And she's giving Sasuke Uchiha vibes. That's all I'm saying. Like, she is completely spicy. She completely blames Billy for Trini's death. Which, yeah, I feel her. As a teenager, really, really crazy. When they get into an argument because they're completely trying to, you know, protect Min from like her own like struggles and her revenge. Like, she gets spicy at Billy and was like, yo, this all your fault that my mother died. And Billy is like, whoa, what? And she's like, oh, that stung? Good. Talk about teenager with attitude. But we get a visual of the command center, and I really, really liked it. There's like a redesign to it. It doesn't look as dusty. It's kind of all black, kind of fly, kind of sleek. This is all happening because Billy in the past was trying to bring back Zordon, but I guess like the Z-Waves, quote unquote, he brought back wasn't Zordon's, and it was Rita's, and it transformed Alpha while they were in the command center because it seeped into there, into Robo Rita. So that's how Robo Rita became a thing. So the old Alpha died, and now there's a new Alpha, Alpha 9. Also, am I sad that Rita isn't here? Yes, but I totally get it. While the real voice actor, due to her age, couldn't do this. So it was nice to have the actor's voice be Robo Rita. I really, really felt like the spiciness. And I'll get more into the Rita spiciness as we go. But it seems like with all this commotion going on, us losing Rangers and Rita's plan, they activate this thing called the Bandora Protocol. And then Kat and Rocky show up. So there's like putties attacking all over the world because Rita's trying to collect the Power Rangers powers, all different types of versions throughout the series. And with all this happening, Min is trying to get involved. Like really, really bad. Like she wants to be a Power Ranger so bad, but gets left behind. So we get this classic morph scene with Rocky and Kat and Billy and Zach. But the one thing that's hilarious here is Billy's face while morphing. It looked like he didn't want to be here. It really looked like he didn't want no parts of this, but whatever. They pull up to the scene. It was hilarious. It's like, Rocky, calm down, Rocky. Don't pull out the 9. He pulled up like he was in an edit and sniped the putties like quick. He wasn't playing no games. One of the illest interests I think I've seen the Power Rangers. He was like, yo, surprise, mother, like, boop, boop, boop. Crazy. We also get this little Easter egg, like Bulk and Skull has a business. I like it. Also, Kat makes this joke. She's like, all these years, and the putties still sound like angry turkeys. Like, okay, the one-liners in this, like I said, Power Rangers can be corny, but I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. So it seems like the Power Rangers can be tracked while being morphed, since Rita wants their energy for her machine. So they like demorph and then run back to the command center. So that's interesting. And then they have like a conversation with Aisha and Adam on this screen, and it looks like they're based in space. So it seems like we can't duplicate Power Rangers or Ranger powers because they said it would be like an immense risk, and even Rocky and Kat using it is a risk in itself because Kimberly, quote unquote, and Jason and Tommy were captured. So whatever, they're taking a risk by using this, but obviously it really doesn't hold the case later on. They just able to do it and it's fine. But, you know, this does give us, like, reasons why, like, all the Power Rangers, like the old ones, new ones, are not mobbing up on Rita. They're trying to give some canon explanations as to why certain things aren't happening. So, I appreciate that. But there was 1 second where I was confused because I couldn't tell whether or not Kat had kids with Jason or Tommy. Makes sense why it wouldn't be Jason, but I don't know why I don't remember Kat and Tommy really being a thing like that, but whatever, maybe certain things I don't remember from Zeo and going forward. Like, my memory is all that. I'm 31 years old, so let's just be humble. But it is dope when we get to see the youth center, like the juice bar, and then Mean is still trying to do her own thing. Like, she at one point, like, took her mother's old Morpho and thought she was going to be, like, pulling up and saving people because she's watching the news, seeing the putties do things, because she's trying to murk Rita. She's like, yo, we got to murk her. We got to get revenge. Like, she's tight. So she's, like, fighting some putties in her regular form, and then she's like, you know what? It's Morphin time. All the putties looking at her like...
sensational.
And then they just wash her up. It was over for me. Like, it was crazy. But we cut to the command center, and then they realize, like, Min's in danger. We gotta go, like, save her. And then Billy comes up with this plan of, like, oh, maybe if we do this and this, we can trap them. And it seems like Billy Cranston is, like, either Tony Stark, Steve Jobs, or Elon Musk or something. Like, his Cranston Technologies thing, like, bruh, who is this dude? How much money you got? We need to know. Now, I do like how Zach is trying really hard to be a good dad / guardian to Mean. But what's hilarious here is that Zach, when saving, like, Mean from the juice bar, the youth center thing, like, he transitioned into his hip-hop keto, which was cringe as hell, and it was so cringe that even Mean was confused. She was like, is he breakdancing? And doing, like, karate? Like, what? Like, hilarious in itself. But Zach is not completely cringe and corny in this. Like, I really like how he's really trying hard to be a good dad and a guardian to Mean. Like, she's not wrong saying, like, that they did the same thing as kids in regards to running around trying to fight as teenagers and stuff like that, but her intentions are clouding her judgment and morality, and for a second I'm like, is this anime? But anyway, Min is not going to listen. We know she's not because, like, teenagers. We eventually do cut back to Rita in her lair on the moon or whatever, Bandora Palace, I think it's called. And we see which Rangers are captured. So I'm going to try my best to get into what Rangers Rita captured with her machine that she has on Bandora in space. This is from memory. I don't remember every single thing. I'm not looking at no Easter egg list. So this is just from what I know. And it seems like we have the Wild Force Silver Ranger captured, the Yellow Space Ranger, the Blue Beast Morpher, and the Red Beast Morpher, the Yellow Zeo Ranger, the Black Space Ranger, the White Dino Ranger, and the Red Dino Ranger, the Blue, Red, and Green Lost Galaxy Ranger, and this yellow goldish one I don't recognize, so I'm just gonna call it a beetleborg, whatever. But anyway, Billy lays his trap with his technology back on Earth, and he captures Minotaur and Snizzard, who I actually, like I said, still enjoy. I think they're being really, really snarky. I like their personalities in this. And they get caught by a giant magnet? Whatever. I mean, who am I to judge? So when Min finds this out when in the command center, she's like, so we not destroying them? We not killing them? We just gonna leave them stuck on that magnet? Like, why they get to live? And listen, we've watched a ton of Power Rangers. We've watched them blow up mad monsters. Like, mad monsters. So where is this random sense of conscience coming from? Where they're like, oh, we don't just destroy, just destroy. What? Y'all have murked, done epic turnarounds like this. With explosions behind you, mad times. What's different now? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, Billy comes up with this technology where they turn invisible and they go on this espionage mission to the moon. Mean, of course, doesn't listen, leaves the command center with one of the invisible devices, looks at a couple of the cars, and she realizes, like, oh, Billy got mad cars. He got some nice cars. And even one of them, she straight up says these words like, too much of a flex. Okay, we get it. Yeah, maybe you're trying to like appeal to Gen Z or maybe millennials. I don't know. Maybe definitely Gen Z, because this is something millennials grew up watching. Fine, whatever. Not that cringe, while being cringe at the same time. Anyway, Mean takes like the flying buggy car or whatever, and she drives through these putties straight up like it was Grand Theft Auto. And I respect it. Like, she did it so she could save some dude, and then she just phones home like AET, just flies away. So Min shows up with Snizzard and Minotaur are being stuck on the magnet still. And she's like, you killed my mom! And I swear, Snizzard responds back, we work for an intergalactic space criminal. You have to be more specific. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it. It is snarky and I love it. Anyway, she tries to morph again. Fail. Dub. Rita shows up and Rita is so spicy in this. The lines that she delivers, she don't hold back. Honestly, if you was in a roasting competition, if you was cutting ass with Rita, she might win, son, because the one-liners is on the point. But from here, we find out what Rita's plan is. So Rita is trying to time travel and contact her younger self in her space dumpster before she came out and give her old self mad future intel so she can get a leg up on the Rangers in the past before Zordon can like make them Rangers. She basically plans on murking them before they get their powers when they were kids. Not a bad plan. I like it. But yeah, Rita brings back Mean to her moon palace or whatever, and then the Rangers are there and they can't believe that Mean got caught, which they should believe that Mean got caught, but whatever. We are viewers. We know how this goes. They thought she would listen. Teenagers with attitude. Come on, they don't listen. Anyway, in their deformed forms or whatever, they try to fight like Rita and everybody else, and they start doing these like slow-mo attacks, and they're bad. They're bad to watch. I wish they did not attempt these slow-mo moves or whatever. It's just, it did bring me back out of it a little bit. But Rita, once again, still being spicy, roasting Billy, because if I didn't say before, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I can't remember right now, but like the reason why Trini died is because she took a blast in the beginning for Billy. Right? When Rita was about to blast Billy. And it's kind of crazy because, yeah, Billy thinks that this is all his fault that Rita's back. And also his fault that said Rita killed Trini. And Rita's just letting it fly. She's like, yeah, Trini died because of you. And now her daughter's going to die because of you too. And then about to get blasted. And Mean jumps in front of it. Like, God damn, Billy, why you always gotta be saved? But come on, we know she's not really dead. But then, with said blast, I guess it activates these visions and Mean's like eye or like whatever, the Morpher does some stuff, and Mean starts to see some visions of like old fights from the Yellow Ranger Trini and moments just of her and the Rangers bonding, and now, boom, here we go, we can morph. She can morph, whatever. It's about to get lit. I was actually pretty hyped that this happened because I was just like, all right, come on, let's get to it. Let's get a full set of 5 Rangers. So, everybody morphs. This shit is dope. We get another morph sequence with everybody in it, and I am so here for this group fight. I was excited. I enjoyed it. I don't have any complaints about it. So in the middle of like Snizzard and Minotaur and Rita fighting the Rangers, Rita like gets Snizzard and throws him out the palace and was like, all right, time for you to grow. Like in the middle, I'm gonna say this. This this special is sneak attack galore. There's all types of grimy shots being thrown. There's no fair ones. Like, she, in the middle of her saying, all right, make my monster grow, Billy literally puts a hole in her chest real quick from behind with his staff. No chill, no warning. I'm like, oh, since when Power Rangers give it up like this? So yeah, Rita makes Snizzard big, and then Billy says the most ayo thing to me. He's like, yo, you're with me. We're going big. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. So, you know, Snizzer goes big and it's dinosaur time. And we know what time it is. And it's funny because Min immediately questions, like, how do you pilot this? And come on, I get it. There's only one control stick, like a joystick, and it makes sense. And then they try to make it make sense because Billy's response was, it's second nature once you touch it. Like, okay, whatever, I guess. But I'm not gonna lie, the CGI is fine. But for Netflix, I mean, I guess because it's Netflix, I shouldn't expect such high quality, except this, like, I don't know. I feel like Ismahawk in 2015 could have did this same work. You know what I mean? Like, this could have just been handled a little bit differently. I probably would have appreciated if it just kind of was just the toys, like, looking like they were big, like, back in the day. That's just me. Like I said, these one-liners are hilarious. Billy, at one point in the Megazord, says to Snizzard, like, come on, Lizard, come catch these hands.
What?
Who wrote this script? Who is writing this? They said specifically, like, all right, let's try to act as young as we can with this. We're hip. But anyway, while this Megazord fight is happening, Rocky is like fighting Minotaur still, and like Cat is amazed, and I'm amazed too, because Rocky takes out Minotaur like he's God of War, like he's Kratos, and even Cat is like, whoa, that was kind of crazy, bro. Rita not dead. Of course, we know Rita's not dead, but Snizzer ends up getting taken out by the Megazord, and then the Power Ranger toys are finally free from the snake. So the Rangers come back, and Min literally tells Rita, like in the middle of her monologue, because like Rita was in the middle of her, yes, because her plan was about to succeed. Like, yes, after 10,000 years, I'm free. And then Min, out of nowhere, was, I quote, sit down and shut up. Boom, daggers in the back. Like, the sneak attacks in this special, insane, no fair ones, like I said. And then Kat thinks she's Katniss Everdeen. She does a little arrow, throws a bow in the machine that Rita has, and then it explodes. And then Zack hits Rita with the cannon to her chest, and boom, out of here. Very interesting quote said also here. I'm not sure who this character is, so maybe somebody let me know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they did say at one point, like, oh yeah, Sestria misses you, Billy, because they have like Adam and Aisha come back and basically say the final goodbyes once the Power Rangers start to split back up into going back to do what they do. And I can't remember who Sestria is, but it is dope that they do bring up the am I gonna pronounce this right? Aquations? I don't know. It sounds like they're bringing up the Aqua Rangers. I don't know. Apparently they're supposed to help people get better. But here we say goodbye to the squad, and the ending of the special, we go back to the youth center, the juice bar. Really, really nostalgic here. It felt like old times, and I will say it is good to see that through like the trauma David Yost, the actor who plays Billy, may have had in the past working on the set of Power Rangers with all his co-stars and co-workers. It's good to see that he really got to be the focal point out of all the Rangers in this special, and along with Min. Like, I think this was a powerful thing. Like, I like Min as a Ranger, and she seems more realistic as a teenager than any other Rangers in the main series, in my opinion. The ending scene also here, with Kimberly and Zack singing to all the OG Rangers in like it looked like this was something filmed in the past, like back in the day, and they're all in a circle and they're just like vibing and chilling. It was emotional as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was powerful, especially knowing the things that, like how Tui Trang died, and Jason David Frank. Really, really sad stuff, and them giving the memorial at the end after this like somber moment of them kind of all being together and chilling. Really, really dope. Like I said, like sometimes Rangers can't be a part of all projects, but this special would have broke me if Jason David Frank was in it, and it would have been wild if he was in it, because this is just me. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this down, but it was just, I was emotional with that happening, with that scene. So if he was in this, I think it would have been dope. But it was good either way. Would have been doper with him, but man, it would have hurt me. It would have probably real life made me cry if he was really in it. At the end of the episode, you know, the intro plays. We get the kind of a remake of the intro scenes itself with the people who starred in this special, kind of showing the older versions of them currently, obviously, and like the version of them when they were younger, like switching between both. It made me hype. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. Like I said, overall, the special is pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I think it's fine. 55 minutes, quick. Honestly, don't even take the whole. Yeah, actually, it really did kind of take the whole 50. It was like 53 minutes, 2 minutes worth of credits in my opinion. I can't really remember for sure. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As well, if you end up enjoying this video, be sure to hit me with a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. So, on that note, y'all, enjoy your life.
I'm feeling great and feel the vibe. I'm really grateful we alive. And I'm feeling great cause lately I've been on the way to something great. And I feel alive cause I create like every day and I'm on